Welcome to Healthy Aging Tips. The 10 worst vegetables for foot numbness. Are you eating them? Foot numbness can be an unsettling experience, and many don't realize that certain vegetables can play a role in triggering or worsening this condition. While vegetables are a crucial part of a healthy diet, some can contribute to inflammation or interfere with nerve health, particularly in individuals with sensitivities. At Healthy Aging Tips, we aim to help you make informed choices for better aging and overall well-being. In today's article, we'll highlight the 10 worst vegetables for foot numbness, explaining why each one might be problematic. By understanding these effects, you can make smarter decisions to support your nerve health and keep discomfort at bay. Let's take a closer look. Number 1, potatoes, a potential culprit for foot numbness. Potatoes are one of the most commonly consumed vegetables worldwide. While they provide a good source of vitamins, minerals, and fiber, they can also contribute to foot numbness, particularly for those with certain health conditions. The key factor lies in the high carbohydrate content of potatoes. When consumed in large amounts, potatoes cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. This spike triggers the pancreas to release insulin to regulate blood sugar. However, over time, consistently high blood sugar levels can lead to nerve damage, a condition known as diabetic neuropathy. Diabetic neuropathy affects the peripheral nerves, including those in the feet. This can lead to numbness, tingling, or even pain. For individuals with diabetes or prediabetes, consuming too many high carbohydrate foods like potatoes can worsen these symptoms. Furthermore, potatoes, especially when fried or prepared with added fats, can contribute to inflammation in the body, which may aggravate nerve issues. Another factor is that potatoes are often consumed in processed forms, such as mashed potatoes or French fries, which can add unnecessary fats and sugars to the diet. This combination of high glycemic index, the rate at which food raises blood sugar, and unhealthy fats may further increase the risk of nerve damage and foot numbness. To minimize the risk, it's advisable to consume potatoes in moderation and opt for healthier preparation methods such as baking or boiling rather than frying. For those concerned about foot numbness, it's also beneficial to balance potato consumption with plenty of low glycemic vegetables and foods that promote nerve health. 2. Eggplant, a hidden risk for foot numbness. Eggplant, also known as aubergine, is a popular vegetable in many dishes, known for its unique texture and slightly bitter flavor. While it is a good source of fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, it can pose a risk for foot numbness in some individuals due to its classification as a nightshade vegetable. Nightshades, which also include tomatoes, peppers, and potatoes, contain compounds called solanine and capsaicin that may cause inflammation in certain people. Solanine is a natural toxin found in nightshade vegetables, and while it is generally harmless to most people, it can cause negative reactions in sensitive individuals. For those with existing inflammatory conditions or nerve issues, the solanine in eggplants can exacerbate symptoms such as joint pain, muscle stiffness, and nerve irritation. Over time, this inflammation may worsen nerve function, contributing to numbness or tingling in the feet, especially in individuals already prone to neuropathy or those with autoimmune conditions. In addition to solanine, eggplants have been linked to triggering gastrointestinal discomfort in some people, which can indirectly affect overall health and worsen the sensation of foot numbness. Though these effects are not universally experienced, those who are prone to nerve-related issues might consider reducing or avoiding eggplant in their diet, especially if they notice a correlation between its consumption and worsened symptoms. If you suspect that eggplant may be affecting your foot health, try eliminating it from your diet for a few weeks to see if there's any improvement in your symptoms. Opting for non-nightshade vegetables like leafy greens or squash can offer similar nutritional benefits without the added risk of inflammation. 3. Tomatoes, a silent trigger for foot numbness. Tomatoes are a staple in many diets worldwide, celebrated for their versatility and rich flavor. They are packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber, making them a healthy addition to most meals. However, for some individuals, particularly those with specific sensitivities, tomatoes can contribute to foot numbness and other neurological symptoms. This is primarily due to their classification as a nightshade vegetable, which also includes eggplants, potatoes, and peppers. Nightshades contain compounds known as alkaloids, including solanine, which can trigger inflammation in certain individuals, While most people can consume tomatoes without issues, those who are sensitive to nightshades may experience adverse reactions, including joint pain, muscle cramps, and nerve irritation. This inflammation can worsen existing nerve conditions, such as peripheral neuropathy, which can manifest as numbness or tingling in the feet. Additionally, tomatoes, particularly in their processed forms like sauces and canned varieties, may have added sugars or preservatives that could exacerbate blood sugar fluctuations. For individuals with diabetes or those prone to neuropathy, consuming high sugar or high acid foods like tomatoes in large amounts can worsen symptoms like foot numbness over time. If you experience foot numbness or tingling after consuming tomatoes, it may be beneficial to reduce or eliminate them from your diet and observe whether your symptoms improve. For those who wish to maintain a similar nutritional profile, consider substituting tomatoes with non-nightshade vegetables like cucumbers or zucchinis, which provide hydration and antioxidants without the potential for nerve irritation. 4. Bell peppers, a possible trigger for foot numbness. Bell peppers, with their bright colors and sweet flavor, are commonly used in salads, stir-fries, and various other dishes. They are rich in vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants, making them a healthy choice for many. However, like tomatoes and eggplants, bell peppers belong to the nightshade family, which means they contain alkaloids such as solanine and capsaicin. These compounds can lead to inflammation, particularly for individuals who are sensitive to nightshades. For some people, the alkaloids in bell peppers can irritate the nervous system, potentially exacerbating symptoms of nerve damage. This can manifest as tingling, burning sensations, or numbness in the feet. Over time, if the inflammation goes unchecked, it could contribute to worsening neuropathy, especially in individuals already prone to conditions like diabetic neuropathy or those with autoimmune disorders. The high levels of antioxidants in bell peppers are generally beneficial for health, but in sensitive individuals, they may also promote inflammation, which interferes with proper nerve function. In addition, bell peppers have a relatively high glycemic index compared to other vegetables, which could cause fluctuations in blood sugar levels. This, in turn, may worsen symptoms of foot numbness in people with diabetes or those with blood sugar regulation issues. If you are experiencing foot numbness or discomfort, it might be helpful to eliminate bell peppers from your diet for a while to see if your symptoms improve. If bell peppers are a concern, consider substituting them with non-nightshade vegetables such as carrots or squash, which provide similar nutritional benefits without the potential for nerve irritation. 5. Spinach, a potential cause of foot numbness. Spinach is often praised for its high nutritional value, being rich in vitamins A, C, K, iron, and magnesium. It's a great addition to a balanced diet and has many health benefits, including supporting bone health and reducing inflammation. However, for some individuals, spinach can contribute to foot numbness and other nerve-related issues due to its high oxalate content. Oxalates are naturally occurring compounds found in many foods, including spinach, that can bind to calcium and interfere with its absorption in the body. Calcium is essential for proper nerve function, and when oxalates prevent its absorption, it can lead to nerve dysfunction. For those who are particularly sensitive to oxalates, consuming large amounts of spinach can result in nerve irritation, which can exacerbate symptoms like foot numbness, tingling, or weakness. Furthermore, a high intake of oxalates can also increase the risk of developing kidney stones, which can affect the body's ability to process calcium properly, compounding the issue. This can be especially problematic for individuals with a history of kidney problems or those who are at risk for developing kidney stones. To avoid the potential negative effects of spinach, it's important to moderate its consumption and consider cooking it, as cooking can help reduce the oxalate content. Additionally, balancing spinach with other calcium-rich foods that are less high in oxalates, like kale or broccoli, can help support proper nerve health and reduce the risk of foot numbness. 6. Cabbage, a hidden contributor to foot numbness. Cabbage is widely known for its numerous health benefits, including being high in fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. It's often recommended as part of a heart-healthy diet due to its potential to lower cholesterol and support digestion. However, for some individuals, particularly those with thyroid issues, cabbage can contribute to foot numbness and other nerve-related symptoms. Cabbage, along with other cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, contains goitrogens, which are compounds that can interfere with thyroid function. These compounds inhibit the thyroid's ability to absorb iodine, which is essential for the production of thyroid hormones. A disrupted thyroid can lead to a variety of symptoms, including nerve dysfunction. When the thyroid isn't functioning properly, it can lead to issues like peripheral neuropathy, which manifests as tingling, numbness, or pain in the feet and hands. For individuals with hypothyroidism or other thyroid disorders, consuming large amounts of raw cabbage or other goitrogenic vegetables can exacerbate symptoms and contribute to nerve-related problems. If you're already dealing with nerve discomfort or numbness in your feet, it's important to be cautious with your intake of cabbage and other cruciferous vegetables, particularly in their raw form. To minimize the risk, it's a good idea to cook cabbage, as cooking helps reduce the levels of goitrogens. Additionally, if you have thyroid issues, consulting with a healthcare professional about your diet and managing the intake of goitrogenic foods can help prevent further complications, including foot numbness. 7. Brussels sprouts, a potential trigger for foot numbness. Brussels sprouts are widely recognized for their nutritional benefits, including being rich in vitamins C and K, fiber, and antioxidants. They support immune health, improve digestion, and have anti-inflammatory properties. However, for individuals with certain thyroid or nerve conditions, Brussels sprouts can contribute to foot numbness and other neurological symptoms. Like cabbage, Brussels sprouts are part of the cruciferous vegetable family and contain goitrogens, substances that can interfere with iodine absorption and affect thyroid function. A disrupted thyroid can lead to hormonal imbalances, which may in turn affect nerve health and contribute to symptoms like numbness, tingling, or weakness in the feet. In addition to their goitrogen content, Brussels sprouts can cause gas and bloating in some individuals, especially when eaten in large quantities. This digestive discomfort can indirectly worsen symptoms of foot numbness, as digestive issues often exacerbate inflammation in the body, including nerve inflammation. For individuals already struggling with foot numbness, peripheral neuropathy, or thyroid issues, it may be advisable to limit Brussels sprouts in the diet. If you enjoy these vegetables, consider consuming them in moderation and preferably cooked, as cooking can reduce the goitrogen content. Additionally, balancing Brussels sprouts with non-goitrogenic vegetables such as leafy greens or root vegetables can help minimize any negative effects on nerve health and reduce the risk of foot numbness. 8. Cauliflower, a potential cause of foot numbness. Cauliflower is a versatile and nutritious vegetable, packed with fiber, antioxidants, and essential vitamins. It's often recommended for its cancer-fighting properties and its ability to support heart and digestive health. However, like other cruciferous vegetables, cauliflower can contribute to foot numbness and other neurological issues in individuals who are sensitive to goitrogens. Cauliflower, along with other members of the cruciferous family such as broccoli and Brussels sprouts, contains compounds known as goitrogens. These substances can interfere with iodine absorption in the thyroid, leading to thyroid dysfunction. A poorly functioning thyroid can disrupt hormone balance and contribute to a variety of symptoms, including nerve damage. This nerve dysfunction may manifest as numbness, tingling, or pain in the feet. In addition to goitrogens, cauliflower contains fiber and certain compounds that may cause bloating and gas, particularly when consumed in large quantities. Digestive discomfort can increase systemic inflammation, which may exacerbate nerve issues and contribute to symptoms of foot numbness or tingling. If you're already experiencing foot numbness or have thyroid issues, it's wise to be cautious with your intake of cauliflower. Cooking the vegetable can help reduce its goitrogen content, thus making it less likely to interfere with thyroid function. Moderating your consumption and pairing cauliflower with other vegetables that do not contain goitrogens, such as spinach or zucchini, can help reduce the risk of worsening nerve-related symptoms. Dart 9. Kale, a hidden risk for foot numbness. Kale is widely praised for its health benefits, including being rich in vitamins A, C, and K, as well as calcium, iron, and antioxidants. It's a key player in many health-conscious diets due to its ability to support immune function, bone health, and detoxification. However, for some individuals, kale can be a hidden contributor to foot numbness and other nerve-related symptoms, particularly for those sensitive to oxalates and goitrogens. Kale, like spinach, contains high levels of oxalates, naturally occurring compounds that can bind to calcium in the body, reducing its absorption. Calcium is crucial for nerve health, and a lack of proper calcium absorption can lead to nerve dysfunction. In individuals who are sensitive to oxalates, excessive consumption of kale can lead to symptoms like numbness, tingling, or weakness in the feet, as the impaired calcium absorption affects nerve signaling. In addition to oxalates, kale also contains goitrogens, compounds that can interfere with thyroid function by blocking iodine absorption. A compromised thyroid can lead to hormonal imbalances, which can affect nerve health and contribute to symptoms of neuropathy, including foot numbness. To mitigate the potential risks of kale, it's best to consume it in moderation and balance it with other low oxalate, non-goitrogenic vegetables, such as cucumbers or bell peppers. Cooking kale can help reduce its oxalate and goitrogen content, making it safer for individuals prone to nerve issues. If you experience foot numbness or other nerve-related symptoms, it may be helpful to monitor your kale intake and consult with a healthcare provider to determine if it's contributing to your discomfort. 10. Beets, a potential contributor to foot numbness. Beets are known for their vibrant color, rich flavor, and impressive nutritional profile, being high in fiber, folate, and antioxidants. They offer various health benefits, such as improving blood circulation, lowering blood pressure, and supporting liver detoxification. However, for some individuals, especially those who are prone to kidney problems or nerve issues, beets can contribute to foot numbness and other symptoms of nerve irritation. Beets are naturally high in oxalates, compounds that can bind with calcium and prevent its absorption in the body. Calcium is vital for proper nerve function, and a lack of sufficient calcium can lead to nerve dysfunction, potentially resulting in sensations like tingling, weakness, or numbness in the feet. For those with a sensitivity to oxalates, consuming beets in large quantities can exacerbate these symptoms, as the oxalate content may impair calcium absorption over time. Additionally, beets are known to be high in sugar, particularly natural sugars like fructose, which can cause fluctuations in blood sugar levels. This is especially concerning for individuals with diabetes or those who are predisposed to blood sugar issues, as blood sugar spikes and crashes can worsen neuropathy and contribute to foot numbness. To reduce the risk of foot numbness from beets, it's important to consume them in moderation and balance them with low oxalate vegetables that support nerve health, such as kale or cabbage. If you have a history of kidney stones or diabetes, it may be helpful to limit your intake of beets or consult with a healthcare professional to determine whether they are affecting your symptoms. Cooking beets may also help reduce the oxalate content, making them easier to digest and less likely to cause nerve-related issues. Thank you for joining us at Healthy Aging Tips. We hope this guide on the worst vegetables for foot numbness has helped you better understand how your food choices can impact your nerve health. By being mindful of what you eat, you can reduce the risk of discomfort and support healthy aging. Remember, small changes in your diet can lead to big improvements in your overall well-being. Stay tuned for more tips on how to live a healthier, happier life as you age. If you found this article helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more useful health tips. Take care of your body, and it will take care of you.